guys, this video is gonna be probably the only video I'm making in English because I'm making this video for pan India audience. This video is certainly regarding Supreme Court Junior Court Assistant Typing Test. Yeah, guys, this job, this particular post, Junior Court Assistant, is one of the most elite jobs. It's one of the most elite jobs. It's directly a grade B post, and this post is above CGL. This post is considered to be above CGL. It's a highly lucrative opportunity, and you get to work directly in Supreme Court. And your posting will obviously be in Delhi in Supreme Court because we don't have other Supreme Courts in our country. Let's jump directly into the typing test. First of all, you have to clear the prelims. My prelim score was 110 out of 125. It's a very good damn score. And why I'm particularly making this video is to make you guys aware of the fact that typing test is very 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 difficult. In fact, less than 5% of the candidates actually clear the typing test. Why? That is a very big question. I will come to that in my next slides. First, I will give you an overview about the typing test. Then I will take you to the actual reality about why only 5% students actually clear the typing test. Because last year, guys, last year Supreme Court JCA, they have to take out prelims cutoff once again, just because not enough people qualified for the typing test. They had to take out a new prelims cutoff. Let's see what happens this year. So first of all, the typing test is 50. Typing test is total of 15 minutes. First 5 minutes, they will give you a mock test where you can check your keyboard, where you can set up your speed, where you can get a comfort position. Then after that will be your 10 minutes original typing test, and you will have to achieve a 35 WPM, means 35 watts per minute, and minimum of 1750 characters in 10 minutes. And you will have to keep a 97% of accuracy. Now, how the accuracy is counted? Every single mistake is counted as a mistake. For example, if in a word you are making two mistakes, then it will be calculated as a single mistake. But also your mistakes will be calculated like comma, full stop, punctuation mistakes. All those will also be considered as a single mistake. So the mistake calculation is brutal in nature. Is actually brutal. And okay, so let's jump into the next slide, and I will let you know about the actual difficult facts about why end of the day just 5% of the entire candidates clear the typing test. First of all, UI. UI means the user interface. UI is horrible. UI is worst. This UI this time was created by TCS, and God knows what they smoked while creating the UI. The UI was absolutely worse. I will show you a figure of how the UI actually looked in the later slides. Then comes the part the keyboard. Typing test. The most important thing of the typing test is actually the keyboard. Guys, there are two type of keyboards: good keyboards and bad keyboards, new keyboards and old keyboards. It's your sheer luck. It's your sheer luck that you will get a good keyboard or bad keyboard, and you can't even you can't even challenge to change the keyboard, since it's written in the admit card. If every key of your keyboard works, it's a good keyboard. It doesn't matter if your keyboard is an old keyboard or a new keyboard. See, there's a huge difference between old keyboards and new keyboards. In new keyboards, you can type faster. You can type very easily. You can just move your fingers like this and you can type. But in old keyboards, the problem is the keys are jammed. So you'll have to press it like this hard. You cannot type fast. You cannot type fast. And even if you are requesting to change the keyboard, they actually won't, because most of the centers do not actually have good keyboards. They are using their old keyboard only, and if you want to change, they will change and they will give you an old keyboard. They will replace the old keyboard with another old keyboard, and it's a sheer luck that you will get a good keyboard or not. But in my opinion, you should always request for request the keyboard to be changed. You can always make some this that key is not working, this that etc is not working, and you can of course request to change the keyboard, and you can specifically request, sir, please give me a new keyboard, sir. You can just also demand, sir, please, I want a new keyboard, else I will not sit for the exam. Just demand them to give a new keyboard. In my case, I was given a very very old those that era keyboard where there was sound cut, that kind of bad keyboard. And like you know, when I'm pressing the backspace wasn't like properly working. You have to do it like this for the backspace to work. And then also control option doesn't work. For example, while typing, we use a control option, control backspace, to delete the entire word, or we can also use the control navigation options to move faster through the words. Here, control option doesn't work. Let me be very, very clear: the control option doesn't work. Uh, Practice source. I will tell you about the practice source. There's a website. There are various websites where you can practice. Typing Walla is one of them. Typing Monkey is one of them. But I think the best source, according to me, is Test Mentor. Test Mentor is a typing website where you will have to pay a small amount of money to get a 1 month subscription. Very small amount. In my case, it was around 59 rupees for 1 month of typing subscription. Take the subscription. and select the Supreme Court, select the Supreme Court option. They will give you legal passages. They will give you a lot of legal passages to write on. Do not turn on the highlight portion, because in a option the words are highlighted. Do not turn that on. Do not, because in your original exam it won't. There is an option for background typing sound. Turn that on, and you can hear everybody around you typing. Also set the also do not go for the full screen option. Keep the typing space to half of your screen, not full screen. And also at the last, I would say keep the font small. Keep the font as small as possible. Keep the font in 16. 16 is the default font. Keep it like that. Do not change it. Let's come to the next slide. See guys, this is how the UI actually looks. Wait a second. See, this is how the UI actually looks. It's not your full screen. The typing space is half of your screen, and the letters are actually very small, and the letters are elongated. It's not normal regular Calibri or Calibri font. Neither it is normal regular Times New Roman font. The font is God knows what font, but the font looks horrible. Every word is stacked close to each other. You will find it very difficult to identify where the space are. Where the space belong, you will find it very hard to identify. And also the fonts are elongated like this. They're not regular fonts. The fonts had been made strictly to deviate your mind, to deviate your concentration. I believe this. And also throughout the screen a watermark will go around. And you have seen, right, in SSC CGL or as such things, as such computer space, actually throughout the screen your roll number runs as watermarks. Here also, in fact, they have done the same. Throughout the screen your roll number will run as watermarks. The problem what will happen while typing, you might confuse the original line with the watermarks. And this is something which actually happened in my case. I was typing at such a high speed, I just missed a line. I just missed a line. I had to go back, and I had to delete one two entire lines to get back to my original position. And there is a scroll option. You can see the scroll option. Once you use the scroll option, the problem what will happen, the cursor where you are writing, the in the writing passage area, the cursor will also shift. It will also shift off. Again, you'll have to find it and put it down. Like, not like while scrolling the reading section, the cursor will also shift from your writing section. God knows why. It isn't supposed to happen. But if you're not keeping this in mind, you might start writing and miss something else, and you will start writing in the middle of your originally written paragraph. This is something which you'll have to be very sure of. Now, guys, um, last but not the least, I will share with you my horrible experience. My approximately, like, horrible means it was equivalent to my nightmare. In my mock test, I achieved around 40 WPM in every mock test. In every mock test, I achieved around 40 WPM. I bought a new keyboard. It was a very fantastic keyboard, and I practiced like touch typing. Touch typing is like typing without looking. I practiced it, but I was not able to do touch typing. I was like doing the passage typing. I was able to do that. I was able to do that, and also I was able to achieve 40 WPM. If your mind concentration is good, you can achieve it, no problem. Now, my horrible experience. My center was in XYZ Tier 3 Engineering College in Kolkata. I cannot obviously say the name because I do not want to get into any legal complications. That was a XYZ Tier 3 Engineering College. In Let's not also mention the place. The checking in option, the checking in facility was very harassing. I means we everybody had to wait almost 30 to 40 minutes in line just to get themselves frisked, just to get themselves the what to say the attendance. And 30 to 40 minutes we all were standing in heat. Means like where we were standing at the center there was no AC, and we were just randomly standing in the corridor. And it was such a hot weather, you have no idea, it was such a hot weather. Then when we went inside, we were allocated several places, and the rooms were also the labs, computer labs, they were also not air conditioned. So we were just randomly sitting, and there were large windows. So some people were having problem with the window, some people were having not some people were having using window to their advantage, so that they can see their place properly. A lot of people were actually looking and typing. Yes, actually you can look and type and still achieve you can still achieve 35 WPM. It is possible because I was doing the same. I was looking and typing and still I achieved 40 WPM. So some people were like, some people needed the windows to be open, but other people were complaining the windows not to be open because they said like the window light is reflecting on the skin. It's a valid point. The people who were sitting in the opposite row, in the screen the window was reflecting. So there was a little bit of clash. I was allocated system, and when I started my what to say my mock test of 5 minutes, my screen started flickering. Like, that noise comes in your screen like this, various colors like this. I requested my system to be changed. I requested, this is the problem, fix it. So they started came. They said this doing they did this that they couldn't fix it. They allocated me to separate system. When I went to the system, I found that my mock test was end. The end in last session itself. I said, sir, my mock test. He said like no, nothing can be done. Your mock test got finished in the other system. Why? Anyways, I couldn't even check my keyboard. I couldn't check my keyboard. In my new system, my keyboard was, oh my god, the keyboard deserves a special place in museum. The keyboard was so hard, so hard. You have no idea. My fingers started paining. Keyboard was so hard. Sometimes I was typing something and I'm saying like the word is not typed at all. I typed so fast that the keyboard didn't even recognize a single key depression. I had to go back and write it down once again. I was writing. My hand started paining, and due to anxiety, due to anxiety and due to adrenaline rush, my fingers started shaking due to adrenaline rush. When I was in 8th minute, that system crashed, black screen, and like the system automatically started restarting. 8th minute, 8 minutes, and I already shifted my system once. At that point of time, everybody stopped. Everybody has finished their exam, while I was being shifted once again, and I got shifted for the second time. After the second time I got shifted, there I started giving my exam. Once again, they didn't even allocate me a 5 minute grace because I got such so tense. You understand, right? If you are in the exam position, you will get tense. The anxiety will hit you. The fear of loss, the fear of losing will hit you. Everything will hit you. My hands were actually started to shake due to adrenaline rush. Everybody in that particular room looking at me when my exam was gonna be end. They didn't allocate me a single minute. They again once again started the exam, and and so much apathetic, so much unprofessional was the exam center professional people that they didn't even stay beside me. They went away. They went outside the hall, and there were 200 people inside the hall who were speaking to the loudest. I can like normally you are supposed to hear typing speed or typing sound from the other keyboards. What I was hearing was actually everybody shouting, screaming, chatting to each other, and many people were looking at me about what I'm typing, and I really got confused about so many people were talking about so many things that those were coming into my ears that somehow I completed. The results are still pending. I hope I get selected. And guys, this was my horrible experience. Horrible. See, in my prelims, I got 110 out of 125. It's a handsome score. But in typing test, I got faced with this such a horrible experience. Was this my own mistake? Just tell me. Anybody, just tell me. Was this horrible experience my own mistake? No, it's the mistake of the exam center. Now, my point is, why is TCS allocating these XYZ engineering, tier 3 engineering colleges as exam centers who don't even have basic facilities, who don't even have proper computers, who don't even have proper computers? Forget AC, they don't have AC. Where I was giving my typing test, there was no fan on me. The fan was after three candidates, and I was sitting there and sweating. If if during a test for this was a 10-minute test. Imagine somebody giving there a 1.5 hour exam. Imagine somebody giving sitting there and giving a 1.5 hour exam. That person will sweat, literally sweat. They are not giving a comfortable position to conduct to conduct their own examination. Saying that, thank you so much, guys. This was the one and the only, most probably the one and the only video of my channel which I'm making in English language. My videos are generally towards Bengali-based audience and especially towards West Bengal exams. And most probably you are watching this video from 2 years future. 2 years after I am making this video because after 2 years, once again Supreme Court JCA typing is gonna come. Thank you so much. If you like this video, just press a like on the like button. Share with other candidates who are giving same exam, and also let me know in the comment section how was your typing test experience. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.